Namaste. Kerala is known as God's own country. Malaysia is called truly Asia. And therefore, Tamil Nadu can be known as the temple state of the world. Let me tell you, Tamil Nadu is the only part of the world where you can find the best looking temples. The World Heritage Sites of Tamil Nadu are all connected with temples largely. The Thanjavur Big Temple, the Gangaikonda Cholapuram Temple, the temple at Dharasuram are all connected with World Heritage Sites, UNESCO declared World Heritage Sites, who are more than 700 in number, of which 3 of the temples are from Tamil Nadu. So, where and when did all this start? We must definitely credit it to the Pallava rulers. The first Pallava ruler was Simhavishnu Avanisimha. He began ruling in the year 575 AD. The Pallavas continued till about 850 AD. The last Pallava emperor, Aparajita, was defeated by Vijayalaya and his son Aditya, the Chola monarchs. They established the independent Chola kingdom, and this kingdom continued for another 4 centuries. Along with them came a bit of the Pandya rule, and towards the end of the Chola rule, imperial Pandyas took over. The Pandyas were done away with by Malik Kafur and Ulugh Khan. Thereafter, in 1336, the Vijayanagar kingdom took over. By about 1371, Kumara Kampanna and his wife Ganga Devi captured Madurai, released it from the clutches of the cruel Sultan, and order came back to Tamil Nadu. And the Vijayanagar rulers continued directly until 1529 AD. Thereafter, Vishwanath Nayak was declared as the first Nayak ruler of Madurai, or the viceroy under the emperor in Vijayanagar, by Sri Krishna Deva Raya. The Nayak rule began in 1529 and continued until 1736. The last Nayak queen was Queen Meenakshi. So if you look at the whole story, the construction of the temples in what we see today, in the form that we see today, began at about 575 AD and went on until 1736. This is not to say that temples were not created later or that temples existed earlier, but largely this 1100 plus years, or rather close to 1200 years, you will see the best temples in Tamil Nadu, or perhaps the best temples of the world. And therefore, Tamil Nadu gets this epithet, Tamil Nadu temple state of the world. Look at the Kailashnath temple in Kanchipuram. Look at the Uttaramerur Sundaravaradaraja Perumal temple. Look at the Thiruuragam Ulagalanda Perumal temple in Kanchipuram. What is this Thiruuragam? The king was supposed to be a representative of Lord Vishnu, the preserver. The palace of the Pallava monarch must have probably existed near the Ulagalanda Perumal temple in Kanchipuram. So Thiruuragam is an important place because the ruler himself lived nearby. Mahendravarma Pallava, his son Narasimhavarma Pallava have contributed enormously towards temple architecture. Then of course, the construction of the Kailashnath temple, beautiful, a lovely piece of work that has to be accoladed. Then if you go to Uttaramerur, what is this Uttaramerur? Swarnameru Danam, or a Swarna Meru, a Meru made of gold, was given away as an offering in a village where there were more than 1,000 learned Vedic scholars. And that is why that place comes to be known as Uttaramerur. Then you have the temple at Srirangam. Sapta Prakara Madhye, 7 circles. In the center of the 7 circles stays Lord Ranganatha. It is a living heritage. Then you come to Tiruchendur, one of the Arupadai Vidus or one of the important centers of Lord Subramanya or Kartikeya. You climb down to go and meet him, and after you get his blessings, you climb up, meaning you move ahead in life. Go to the Rameshwaram Ramanatha Swami temple. You will be stunned and taken aback. The longest corridor in the world is found in that temple. Imagine the temple is located on an island. It was built before the time the bridges were brought in. How difficult it would have been for people to take the stones and boulders inside and construct. Look at the marvelous Meenakshi temple. Beautiful. You look at the temple in Tribhuvanam. It is another Chola temple. The big temple, Gangaikonda Cholapuram, Dharasuram and Tribhuvanam all come one after the other. Go to Krishnapuram, go to Perur Pattiswarar temple, go to Salem Ayodhya Patnam temple. You will find marvelous sculptures belonging to the 17th century itself. So all these temples were nothing but a 3-dimensional representation of our ancient philosophy, culture and religion and spirituality. Art, craft, dance, drama, textiles, fabrics, sports events, everything were connected with temples. The ruler of the land considered the temple to be the most important place, and big palaces were not built. No palace like the Buckingham Palace or the Schönbrunn Palace will be found in India today, particularly in Tamil Nadu, because the ruler thought the Lord is more permanent than himself and therefore bestowed all his energy in the construction of temples. Sembiyan Mahadevi, the great Chola queen mother, the mother of Uttama Madhurantaka Chola and grand aunt of Rajaraja Chola, had endowed a lot of money towards the construction of temples. Padal Petrasthalams, Divya Desams, where Alvars and Nayanmars have sung, were all very important temples, very important shrines. I personally think that we should have a system wherein we promote tourism in Tamil Nadu by promoting these temples, and Tamil Nadu happens to be the fountainhead of Indian philosophy, and India is the fountainhead of global philosophy. The temples were very well managed and kept by the rulers and by the aristocrats and by the villagers. Unfortunately, the rule of foreigners from Central Asia, the sultans who came from Central Asia, and the Europeans, they destroyed the management system of these temples. When I meant Central Asians, I meant the sultans of Central Asia. And this was followed by the rule of the various departments connected with the government of the day, then and today. These temples flourished, grew and developed under an independent and free atmosphere, and it was supported by the government. And the government of those times were truly classical liberal governments, where they helped these temples to be promoted, helped these people to have endowments, but did not interfere in the management, administration and expansion of temples. Therefore, Tamil Nadu was blessed with the best temples of the world. Fortunately, Tamil Nadu is located in the southernmost tip of India. Otherwise, our temples would have been destroyed by the Turkish, Mongoliad and other invaders who came from the west and the north, and these invaders were not interested in our faith and culture. We were very much protected, and therefore our temples are safe, our culture is safe, and we have the Dravida Vedam known as Divya Prabandham, we have the Thevaram, we have the Tiruvasagam, and I once again welcome you to Tamil Nadu the temple state of the world. Thank you. Vande Mataram.